Be professional. Be professional, yo. Be
Professional
professional. It's
podcast
about to
coming in,
start.
right? Podcast 14.
14.
Let's
Gang,
go.
gang. Let's go. Today we're talking about gangster rap.
Surviving a brown household.
Yeah. Surviving a brown household. Or being grateful for a brown household, right? No? Okay.
What do you mean by that?
So being grateful that we have so many people around us that actually like us. They're not just alone in an apartment smoking weed. Actually, never mind. That sounds.
Eggs like reminiscing to his old days.
You
Okay,
know,
so well, obviously we get. I'm sure we all get asked. It's like, hey, bro, like, my mom makes all this tasty food. I always have like weddings every weekend or like events, people coming over, all this brown food. But like, one of my main goals is I want to lose weight and I want to lose fat, and I just can't seem to get out of this cycle of like being strict for like a day or two or like a week or two or a month or two, and then just falling back because so much tasty food is around me. How can I overcome this problem, guys? You guys got anything for me?
don't be a
Can,
bitch.
can I,
No, okay, but say like after that.
I mean, but yo, that is an honest answer, right?
Don't keep the food out of your mouth, bro. What are you, an animal? No, you obviously
We
have
are
it.
animals, technically.
Are we mammals?
Yes.
What's the difference between mammal?
Yo,
Is
chill,
it
bro.
isn't
You're
mammal
about
an
to see my
animal?
low IQ asking me these questions. Chill, chill. Don't ask me these
You
crazy questions.
okay, but serious on a serious note, say like for example, like
Mhm.
the guy's truly he's like I'm sick of my thing now, like I'm been being a bitch for 10 years now, and I just keep making this excuse, right? It's just enough is enough, and I'm at this point, tipping point, where I need to make a change, right? What's one of my first steps I can take? While obviously still living with my family and not just like completely excluding myself from the whole family, because I like my family.
Figure out what you're doing right now in terms of what you're eating,
Okay.
your activity is, so you can actually figure out where you need to make changes. Because obviously what you're doing right now isn't working. So you could just say, yeah, nothing is working, but what are you eating? How are you sleeping? What foods are you eating? Whose foods are you eating? You have to know where all this stuff is coming from so you can actually
Okay.
make
So
that plan.
become more aware of your
Yeah,
situation
that's
and
a good.
don't be like a victim. Victim. I can't say V. Yeah. V. Victim.
Wait.
Yeah. So don't feel sorry for yourself. I'm like, oh man, I have this so much tasty food around me. Just become aware of your situation
Yeah,
and
that's a big thing.
learn. Right? Okay, so awareness wise, the first thing I would personally do is like get aware of like say like whatever food's in front of you. Like what does it entail? Like what does it break down in terms of how much is it like maybe are you eating everything that's just carbs and fats? Is there any protein included? Are there any like greens in front of you? Are there like any different color foods in front of you? Are you just constantly just eating like constantly roti paneer dal on repeat, which is not bad, but like you want to throw some veggies, throw some fruits in there, throw some diversity in there, and then try to up your protein. So, how can you up your protein? What are some protein sources? Doesn't even have to be vegetarian. I'm not even saying vegetarian, just in general. I
Just
think people
any,
actually
you can
can,
add any meat. Just add any meat, right?
yeah, any
And
meat.
this Kegs, Kegs just made some weird face. But just have your last meal, like whatever you typically have. And then your first two meals, just have a bunch of meat. Just eat more meat or more protein throughout the first two meals of the
There you
day.
go.
Easy.
Fire. Easy switch,
Simple.
right? More
Simple,
meat,
simple
more
switch.
veggies.
Cottage
Yeah.
cheese, Greek yogurt,
Cottage
uh,
cheese, Greek yogurt.
powder,
Just drink a protein shake, bro. It's like
literally.
easy 50 grams right there.
Yeah.
Just
Okay, sick. So number one, don't be a victim and become aware of your current meals, right? And you'll right away see a pattern. It's just probably all high in carbs and fats,
Carbs.
right? So how you can reduce those carbs is replacing the carb intake in there with some more protein intake and reducing the fats by taking out the carb meal because you'll notice it's all made in oil, too much oil, things like that.
Yeah.
Just add some veggies and fruits to your diet, and then last meal keep the same for now. Okay,
Easy.
so number one
Easy.
is that. Second, what can we do?
Second one is accountability, bro.
Okay, so okay,
Stop eating your mom's food.
but
If
yo,
you're
so
serious about
tasty,
your goals, huh?
so tasty, bro.
No, bro. I don't think people eat it out of taste. I think people just eat it out of convenience.
Oh, clip that. That's good.
Look at this Gen Z. Oh my
What the
goodness. He's
fuck?
getting younger.
Clip that. No, but yo,
It's true. It's true, man. Yeah.
this guy's, the old people trying to fit in with the younger people. That's Ronan right there. Clip that. That's
Okay,
literally Ronan right
that
there.
was really good. Continue.
But no, I'm saying people just eat it out of convenience, right?
It's just available, right? It's
Yeah.
just there.
Like
Okay.
a lot of the times people are just gonna eat it out of convenience because they're too lazy to cook their own food or prep their own food, right?
Okay.
So they just eat whatever their mom makes,
Yeah.
which I was having this conversation with one of my guys. Your mom is not making food that's highly nutritious. Your mom's making what she knows,
100%.
right?
Awareness.
So
She doesn't have awareness.
if
Yeah.
your mom's from somewhere in Asia, right? Obviously the food's going to be very carb dense, right?
Yeah.
So just take some accountability. Just make your own food. I don't understand why people don't make their own food. I don't understand why there's brown guys that I talk to that are like 29, 30 years old
Yeah.
and they still eat their mom's food. Like, bro,
Yeah.
just make your own food. And they work 40 hours a week and they're like, I don't have time. So at the end of the day, bro, it's up to you. Either you're gonna do it or you're not gonna do it. Right.
Yeah.
And if you don't do it, you'll still message Rounit because he's famous and be like, hey, bro, I'm stuck. What should I do? Right. And we'll still give you the same answer, but you have to make a change. You know what's crazy? What I think about? These people. They depend on, I don't want to say these people, these brown guys, right? They depend on like their mom's like cooking, right?
Yeah.
Day after day, night after night. They just kind of eat whatever from like Monday to Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday they'll eat out.
Yeah. Same pattern every time.
So it's like, bro, if you're in your 30s, you're still gonna eat your like mom's food.
Yeah.
And you're in your 40s, you're still gonna eat your mom's food. Nothing's wrong with eating your mom's food, right? But I'm
Yeah.
saying if you have some sort of fitness goal, then obviously you need to be very cautious of it, right?
Yeah.
So I think a lot of the time people put the onus on somebody else because it's a lot easier to say, "Oh, bro, I'm busy, I just eat whatever my mom makes," rather than being like, "Hey, I'm not taking the time out to make my own food, prep my own food, research or acknowledge some of the things that I'm eating or being aware of it and thinking
Yeah.
of a solution." Right.
Yeah.
And that was actually before this podcast started, I was trying to bring the point number one to insanity. A lot of these guys, they're just doing the same thing over and over, right?
Yeah.
They're 40% body fat. They eat their mom's food. They try to lose weight. They don't lose weight. They just keep eating their mom's food
Yeah.
over and over, right?
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like you guys are expecting a change, but you're not willing to make a change.
Clip that too. Crazy.
Okay,
Two clips in one clip, bro. This is crazy.
2 clips. But I don't know, bro. I think it's just self-accountability, right?
That's true.
It's not rocket science. We have all the information out there.
Yeah.
You literally have all the information out there, right? But we're just not willing to do the work.
Yeah.
I think
What does Alex Hormozy say? The results that you're looking for is in the work that you're avoiding.
There you go.
Bang.
Clip
Yeah.
that too.
Clip that. Clip that too,
Yo,
exactly.
3 clips in like 2 minutes. Crazy.
So I don't know, yo. I think that's like the biggest thing that's kind of holds people back.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of the biggest pushbacks when it comes to people saying they eat their mom's food is like one, definitely convenience, but then two, sometimes like a lot of things like even I've experienced or a couple of my clients have experienced is like, yo, their mom's like, yo, why don't you eat my food anymore? And she's
Yeah.
like, well, she's like, yo, I made this for you. Or they'll be
Yeah.
like, yo, I went to go make food, but my mom said I already made food. They're like, don't make it. It's like, if you are over the age of 18 or if you're 20 years old, one, use your voice, but not like you don't have to yell at your mom. Just have a respectful conversation
Put the
about
hands up.
what's gonna happen. Be like, yo, I'm gonna be making my own food now, and then go out and actually make it, and like actually approach this conversation in a professional manner, and they're actually gonna take you seriously instead of just like bickering back and forth. Because I've done that, and it's not worth it. It's just like, yo, you just tell your mom, yo, I'm gonna be making my own food on Sundays. This is how it's gonna go. and then actually go out and make it. Don't not make it, because then she'll think you're
Yeah.
starving and make more food for you and keep giving it to you.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that's a big thing. And then two, just like understand that they're not going to understand why you're eating the way you are because you want to lose weight. They've always ate that way for a long time. And like Manraj said, that's what they know. So you're obviously coming here with a completely different way of doing things. So you have to be, they might not accept it, but that's up to you to make that decision, right? Take that accountability to eat the things that you need to eat to get where you want to go, right? So
Yeah.
have those tough conversations. And I would say set the expectation clear right at the start of what's gonna happen and actually make it happen. Because if you're not doing that, then you can't get mad at anyone except for yourself in terms of where you're trying to be.
100%.
Bro, you know what's the craziest thing? What you just said? I don't know if I told you guys this. When I first started working out, me and my mom, we argued every night for 2 years, bro,
Jeez.
on the same exact thing that you mentioned. So my mom would make food and I wouldn't eat it.
Yeah.
And bro, we
Yeah,
argued for 2 years, bro.
yeah,
2 fucking years from 2016
Yeah.
to 2018. So after I graduated high school, all the way to after I graduated college, because I had a 2 year program. We argued every night for 2 years,
Damn.
bro. Because my mom was like, yo, oh, I made this. And I'm like, I'm not eating that shit. Yo, I got this, I got that. Because I did, same thing. I literally did research, right? And I
yeah,
was
Yeah.
like, yo, this food that she's eating is pretty bad, right? Or making is pretty bad, like calorie and macro
Yeah.
wise.
It's not great for gains. Yeah.
Exactly. So, bro, me and my mom would literally argue like every single night, right? But
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
You
Sometimes,
chose. You made a
sometimes you need to
decision.
argue
Yeah.
with someone to
Yeah.
get to another goal, right? A lot of you guys will have one little obstacle. You're like, oh, I don't want to say anything to my mom or this or that. And then you'll just kind of put your onus on your mom.
Yeah.
Your mom doesn't know any better. She doesn't know
Y-
any better. She just been eating what she's been eating and she's
Yeah.
fine.
She's fine.
But your mom doesn't go to the gym. Every single brown person's like what, low on protein if they don't track
100%.
it, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
something that's not a part of our diet.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's true. Like you just said, she doesn't know any better. You can take it a step further by like telling your mom certain things. Like obviously, if there's resistance where like she's just arguing back, then you just got to do what you got to do and take that step, right?
gotta put the hands up,
You
bro.
gotta you gotta
You
do
gotta
what you
put the
gotta do.
hands up.
But you can take it a step further, educate her. Hey, mom, like you came up with all this food and like all the roti, all the high carb foods we eat. This means like we're intaking a lot of energy, right? And you guys used to eat like this back in India or whatever country, and you guys used to move a lot. You guys used to you tell me, dad tells me you guys used to walk like 900 miles to school every morning or like university, and like you guys used to move so much more, right? But now like we're sitting at home all the time. We're just working from home. We're doing everything from home, not active, so we don't actually need almost all these carbs. So that's why, if we all together as a family maybe integrated a bit more protein, it will actually benefit your health too. And you know how you were saying your knee and like your everything is hurting, you'll notice like that starts to improve as well.
Fucking grandpa
That's
right
one
now.
approach, like education wise. Maybe you can help. The mom might become more aware. Or the second approach, like this also works too, is I know I do it. That's why the only reason I'm saying is once you just start brute forcing yourself and just doing your own thing on the side and then your physique starts to change, they'll start come around over like 2 3 years. It'll take time, but this is a long term approach. Is like when you just start doing your own thing, meal prepping your chicken, veggies, or whatever higher protein sources, and your physique and health starts to improve. They see like, oh wow, like my put is so much more like sexier, and he's looking better. He's more confident. Everything, right? They'll be like, yo, what are you doing? And then they'll be like, oh, can I get in on this? And then they'll start to become more integrated into your lifestyle of eating, and you might notice like you have a better impact on your family, right? So
Yo,
there's
Kegs. You know Rounit, right? You know Rounit really well, and you know me really well, right? We
yeah.
literally had the same topic. Rounit was like, yeah, educate your mom, be more positive. The whole family could do it. And I'm like, yo, fuck it, argue with your mom, like fucking do what you want to do. Literally, bro, the way our thought process
If
is,
I told my mom about this education part, she'd be
Yeah.
like, I
hey,
just
shut
worked
the
a
fuck up.
fucking job, came home, and you this fucking food. You're telling me
Yeah.
this shit? She would have fucking slapped me and been like,
Yeah.
eat that shit. But
There's
like
all
that's where it
yeah.
comes to find brute forcing. It's just like you just have to do your own
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
They're gonna
Yeah.
talk shit about everything you've ever done.
Yeah.
That's the case. You fucking live with it. You pick the life that you want to live. And
And
that's
bro,
a
like
big
I'm just speaking from experience too, because I've done it, like where like I just kind of I actually I've sat down with my mom and dad and I've taught them, like I've told them like, hey mom, like she puts like a little bit of cottage cheese when she sprinkles it. And I measured her for one day and like she's putting like 10 grams of it when you can put like 125 grams for like the 27 grams of protein you get from cottage cheese, right? She's like, oh shit, I can have this much more. And then like I'm like, yo, just have this and the Greek yogurt with blueberries before you eat your other stuff. And she's like, oh, I'm already full. I'm like, yo, secret, right? So now like we don't even cook that many roti or dals because like they feel better, right? So I did that approach. That's the only reason I'm saying it. It may not work for every family, right?
Yeah.
But just saying that two approaches that could, I always find leading by example kind of helps too, which is where brute forcing may come in handy.
You know what's interesting, bro?
Yeah,
When I tried making this switch, right? My mom would be like, "Yo, like don't eat this, like eat roti, like it's really good or whatever, right?"
yeah,
And I would ask her, I'll be like, "Okay, like how is it good for you?"
yeah,
Zero explanation, right?
yeah.
No explanation. No, no, it's just good. Just eat it. Just
It's
do it,
just good. Yeah,
right? It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
good. It's just
That is
good.
true.
So then, like when I started asking my mom this, I'm like, "Bro, you don't really know you don't really know what you're saying."
Yeah.
Right? So it's funny, like our parents would do a lot of this because they're in that position. They're like, yo, this dumbass kid is trying to bother me, right?
But
Like,
yeah,
whatever. Like, bro,
um,
imagine you're 50 and you're eating, right? You're eating
yeah,
your protein, chicken and rice. And
yeah.
your kid comes like, hey dad, let me educate you. These amino acids. This you'll be like, bro, shut the fuck up, bro.
Bro, I'd be fucking happy. I'd be like, yo, sick. This guy knows more than me. I'd be
Um,
excited for. I would want my kid to do that. Like my parents ask me all the time, it's like, yo, like, can I eat this or like, is this good for like this thing or whatever? So like we set the president or like something. I just like, and I sometimes used to make smoothie for the whole family, right? And I used to put protein and shit in there too, so everyone used to drink it. Especially when I moved back after accounting COVID and stuff.
yeah,
Like I just started doing a lot of these things, like meal prepping, and like now my dad like meal preps. Like he understands it so much better. So like even like you just said, they don't know better about like rotia. Think about it like this, right? So like you can tell them it's like, hey mom, I'm eating this because of this, this, this. You'll have a better explanation. And it's up
yeah,
to them if they agree to it or not, or they actually
yeah.
do anything about it. But I'm just saying, like, if you have explanation behind it and they don't, they might be like, oh damn, okay, he actually like that kind of makes sense. Like my son's like kind of smart. That's kind of cool.
I think your parents are the
Unique.
anomaly
Okay,
because
cool.
because I feel like once you get older, you kind of get more and more stuck in your ways, right?
For sure.
So it's
Yeah, yeah,
like I
yeah.
don't think a lot of families or parents would like change their entire eating habits.
But yo, like this is where kind of they still eat roti out here and there. Like when they feel like eating it, like every Thursday or Friday night or Saturday night, they like or like 3 days in a row. Like
Let's go
yesterday they
wild today, yo. Make the
chole
roti.
bhature, right?
Let's go.
Because they like
Yeah,
it. But now it's
yeah,
more like a reward couple times a week instead of every single day. So the dosage is slightly lesser, which again, like it's I would rather have it like once a week instead of
yeah.
like 4 times or 3 times. But it's still better than like 7 days a week, right? And like, bro, when we came from India, bro, we used to eat like fucking animals. So like every Friday night, we used to order 4 extra large pizzas, and it's
What?
4 of us, bro. It's four people.
What the
Bro,
fuck?
so like every time people would come over, my parents would cook so much food, like ridiculous amounts, right? Where like, bro, and like we keep eating, like me, mom, my sister, and dad, everyone used to fucking just eat, 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 eat. And like everyone was like, yo, how the fuck are these guys still eating? Right? So like we came from this place of like eating a lot of like full abundance of food. But now, like, we come to a point where, like, my dad eats like some veggies and like an egg, and he's like, "Yo, I'm full," and it's like 1% of what he used to eat before. So, like, I guess it also bit depends on like over time, you learn all this shit because we went to the extreme, right? So now we know obviously what not to do, and then it became easier when I was explaining certain things, and obviously went through the whole health thing. So it depends on the context too. So there's obviously more behind the scenes going on here, like you said, anomaly. Like my sister's in the health game too. Like she went through she actually got me into the gym. She lost in 2013 till 2014 she started her fitness journey and she lost 110 pounds, right? But she did it through like boot camp and like crash dieting, 7 days of training, like extreme stuff, that we talk about that
Yeah,
people shouldn't technically do. And then she rebounded during COVID, right? And now she's obviously going through a health thing again. So she's obviously aware of it. I'm doing it. And then my dad had like a bypass thingy a couple years ago. So that made it everything more, right? So again, depends. There's a lot of different contexts here. But that's why I guess they're more open to it, right? Because we went through a lot of health issues. Yeah.
yeah. It's fucking
But like
crazy,
we
bro.
can hopefully someone watching this, parents can avoid health issues by being open to education.
Yeah.
But I
Four
don't know.
extra large pizza is pretty wild, bro, for four
It's
people.
fucking rowdy. Bro, we used to
Isn't
work.
that 12 slices?
Bro, I used to rip a whole extra large myself in grade 9.
What
Christ.
the fuck?
Bro, I used to be 195 pounds in high school. Like no lifting, nothing. Right now I'm 170.
How'd you
So
eat that much?
bro, I used to have like 3 shifts. I used to eat at 6 p.m., then 8 p.m., then at 1 a.m. And I play RuneScape. And then at 1 a.m. I used to get ice cap too. It's
Wait,
fucking
wait,
retarded.
wait, wait, wait. You guys ordered the pizza and ate it like throughout the day.
Well, like you order at like 6 p.m., right? So we
Oh,
initially
what
eat
the
it.
fuck? Yeah.
And then next day would probably last too for like lunch or whatever. So I'd have like 5 meals out of it.
We usually order 2 extra large pizzas
Bro,
for
now we order one and it's always left over. Retarded.
as
That's crazy. But yo, that's like, yeah, we used to be big boys, man. Like the whole family was just like, it was like fucking jacked.
What?
That was
Holy
crazy.
fuck, bro.
Okay, so come revolve back to the topic about brown household. I think this is actually one of good transition too. A lot of our families, like, even parents, like eat more, eat more. You're looking kamzor or looking weaker. Just keep eating more, keep feeding us food, right? Always tell us like, it's a good thing that we have abundance of food, but sometimes when you're eating food in a brown household, this is something I use all the time. It's like, yo, just eat till where you feel good. Don't keep eating after that one point. Like we know every time when you eat food, it's like, yo, I feel good now. And just don't overindulge, as overindulging is where people end up like getting into a even deeper hole. So try finding yourself, become more aware of like, okay, yo, when I'm eating food, it's like, yo, I actually feel good after like 2 rotia instead of eating like 19, you know?
You know that's from the speed of eating and leptin.
Okay, yeah, yeah,
So it's like when you're eating so much food,
yeah,
like your body can't produce leptin as fast to like suppress your appetite. I
there
think
you
it takes
go.
like 20-30 minutes,
Just slow it down.
right? So it's to slow it down. So like
Okay,
I always tell people the opposite. So if you're trying to lose weight
yeah,
and you have a big appetite, eat
yeah,
slower. But if you're
yeah,
someone that has a small appetite and you're trying to gain weight, eat fast,
that
right?
makes sense.
So that's
That
why
makes
like
sense.
when I'm eating, like I don't even go on anything. I'll just literally eat my food
That's gangster.
because like otherwise like I have like no appetite.
Okay.
So
So
that
if in
makes
a
a huge
brown
difference.
household trying to gain weight, that's fucking eat everything
Yeah. And if
faster.
you're trying to lose weight, eat very, very
Slow it
slow.
down. Slow it
Eat
down.
slow. Yeah.
Okay.
And take like breaks or whatever.
Okay. So
Breaks.
that
That sounds fucked up. Take
2 hour
breaks while
breaks.
eating.
I used to that used to be rowdy, bro. We reflect on it. It was pretty crazy diets. I used to Maggie, fucking kurkure, everything. Rowdy. Okay, so we talked about first thing awareness, become aware. And awareness could fall into different things, like just aware of what you're eating. Is there enough protein or just too many carbs?
Yeah. Just take
Um,
time to think, bro. Just take time to think to see what you're
yeah,
eating, right?
yeah. Yeah,
Mm,
become more aware. And then second, accountability, right?
yeah.
Hold yourself accountable. Tell yourself I'm gonna meal prep and just stick to it. If you gotta have a hard conversation with your parents, do it up. Whatever way is it goes, just try to come from a standpoint. It's like, hey guys, I'm looking out for my health. Like, I'm trying to find a wife and shit, so I gotta look beautiful. So whatever the goal is in this case, or like I have a kid already. I don't want my health to deteriorate more because I want to make sure that. Actually, never mind. If you have a kid
Imagine,
and you're
bro, you have
eating
a
your
kid and
mom's
your parents
food,
are still cooking food for you.
yeah, okay, never
Bro, but
mind
there's
that.
people out there that are in that
I know,
situation.
I know, but I
So
don't want.
like the
Yeah,
bro, here's the thing, here's the thing.
yeah,
So you said it, right? And then
yeah,
all three of us smiled and started laughing. Like it's
yeah,
something so dumb, right?
yeah.
But bro, there's so many
It's
people that do
aware.
that.
It's
Like
true.
they're
It's true.
just lazy, bro. They don't like cook their own food.
Yeah, yeah,
It's wild to me, bro. It's wild. I
100%.
had I used to have one old client.
Yeah,
This guy, his family, bro, him and his wife, but and his kids, they're just eat frozen food, bro.
crazy.
Every single night.
I used to eat frozen food every day.
That's fucked.
Pizza pockets.
Bro, I've
Yeah.
never had frozen anything in my life.
I used to have frozen methi parathe every night for 2 years in Guelph.
No, that's fine. No, but like, yeah, no, but like, processed food that comes with that seal or something,
Yeah,
they
frozen
put in the
methi,
microwave
deep. Yeah, microwave.
and you microwave it and you rip the seal off. That's fried, bro.
Oh yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about. Maybe not
That's
that
That's
like,
one.
huh?
what? Like the fucking like the Hungry Man or whatever. It's like mashed potato.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
bro. Like that's probably such shit quality food.
Yeah, it's not the best.
Damn.
Okay, so hold yourself accountable. Stick to your word. Be like, I'm gonna meal prep at least the first 2 meals, and that was a really good tip. And the last meal, I eat my mom's food or whatever it is. Right? Two
Yeah.
meals, have them prepped. Have like a protein snack in the middle, like a Fairlife shake or like a protein bar, whatever, Greek yogurt with berries. And that could be a non-negotiable that you just hit every single
Yeah.
day, right?
Mm.
The third thing could be, I guess, more practical tips. We already started talking about this, but number one, we were talking about eat slower, right? So your leptin kicks in, so your appetite
Yeah.
is not crazy. And then eat till you feel good instead of overdoing it,
Uh,
right?
or even another thing is, I think it's like have a liter of water before, like 30 minutes before you eat.
But yo, brown parents said don't drink water with eating food.
But yo, you know what's, man, I-
Yeah, you know,
like
science
yo,
completely
I'm not
debunks that whole thing.
what?
You can drink as much water as you want while eating food. It doesn't do
Yeah,
anything.
yeah, yeah. Yo, here's what's like. I know we're talking about this, right? But I'm
Yeah,
just gonna go off on a sidetrack a little bit.
yeah,
Yo, it's interesting, right? It's so interesting to me that our parents say a lot of things, right?
yeah,
And we choose like not to listen to like 90% of it, right?
yeah.
We genuinely, yo, we choose
Yeah, this is very,
we
very true.
choose not to listen to 90% of it, right?
Yeah,
But we choose to listen to the part that's going to cause us an inconvenience if we don't, right?
that's
So what
true.
that means is our parents are like, "Oh, this is really good food. Like, eat it." You know it's not good food,
Yeah,
right? And you know the things that they're saying isn't like actually true, but you're
yeah,
just listening because you don't want to go through the inconvenience of like making your own stuff.
yeah, that's
So
true.
it's interesting how like people pick and choose like the things they want to listen to, right?
Mm, yeah,
Rather than just like having your own thoughts. Like have like your own thoughts for everything,
yeah,
right? And like actually think and analyze whatever the situation is, or
yeah.
just like follow everything, right? That your parents say. But anyways, yeah, what were you saying, my bad?
No, no, this is on point. Like basically the practical tips, right? One of
Yeah.
the practical tips is like making sure you're not pick and choosing what you want to listen to your parents, right? Make sure you're not acting out of convenience or like making decisions out of straight convenience, right?
Uh,
Certain things, yes, you need convenience in, but you can't just rely on convenience the whole time. Because you know, inconvenience is where the magic is at. This is actually where I used to listen to Andy Frisella a lot. I still do. And he said this in 2020 when I used to train at Project Rice. Uh, Biggest thing he put fucking hammered in my head, and Charan and Mike said the same shit. They were like, yo, all the little things, like the inconvenient stuff that we think is like inconvenience, like, oh man, like I don't want to do this, or like, you know, oh, I gotta call these many people, or like I gotta message this person, I gotta send these much emails out, or like I gotta record all these videos, oh, and then I gotta edit it on my phone, oh, and then I gotta post it. All these little inconvenient things that people think are inconvenient, that's the stuff you have to do, right? So it's like for nutrition, it's like, yo, you marinating your chicken or like whatever, soya chop or tofu, whatever it is, and then meal prepping on a Sunday night when you're probably not doing anything anyways, instead of like eating shitty food, prepping might not be convenient for you, but it's gonna cause much more convenience for the whole entire week, right? So just being inconvenient for that small period of time on a Sunday night is gonna give you so much more convenience because your actually health is gonna improve. You're gonna feel better and you'll be able to do more shit too. So yeah,
yeah.
don't always chase convenience. But
Even that, bro. Like, if you're watching YouTube videos,
yeah.
just keep watching the YouTube video and just meal prep on the side.
Yeah. I love putting a
Multitasking is
podcast. Yeah.
everyone like literally like, bro. When I see people just like sitting and watching a YouTube video and not doing anything else, I'm like, yo, that's kind of weird. Like everything I do is like multitasking.
Yeah.
Like if I'm watching a video, I'm walking around, I'm getting some steps in. If I'm
Yeah.
watching a video, I'm eating food. Why are you smiling, Kegs? Why are you
Yeah,
smiling?
it's funny, bro.
Huh?
You're just like always on the go.
Yeah, but yo, I think that's what. But
I
like
just think
all
you have
this is,
ADHD.
huh?
I just think you have ADHD. You're just like tweaking out
Oh my goodness, bro. You have no idea the level of ADHD I have.
100%.
I have a brain problem. Anyways, but yo, just keep doing something. Just keep doing something,
Yeah.
right? Like if you're
Yeah.
just sitting there, you're just scrolling on TikTok, bro,
Yeah.
just put your phone on this little stand thing. Just listen to TikTok, just
Wow.
swipe up
This fucking
and just cut some
technology.
shit. And just cut
Mhm.
some shit and just meal prep. So simple, bro.
Simple.
And I
Yeah.
think going back to listening to your listening to your parents, it's just like you're gonna listen to people, or you should be listening to people with that are good at the things that you want to be good at, right? So like if you're gonna
Oh,
learn how to drive, you're
Clip
gonna
that.
go
you
learn.
just said that's a clip, bro. You just said something. I'm like, damn.
It's like
Continue.
Clip
if you
that,
look at your
bro.
parents and your parents aren't in great shape, respectfully, why the fuck are you listening to them on what to eat and how to train? Because they obviously aren't doing it themselves, right? And they could, they're very well like could have been there, done that, but they're not, and they haven't, and you know that. So you're obviously gonna go to someone who's in shape. You think they that knows their stuff. Just like if you're gonna go to your university education, you're not gonna go to your parents for university education because they're not qualified to teach you the shit that you're gonna learn. So you're gonna go to someone who can actually teach you that shit. And then if you still decide to listen to your parents, my brother in Christ, it's 2024. Please use Google and fucking do something. Like you have to be able to get that information. Like you can't just still blame your parents for keeping you in the same spot because that's why you're still listening to this podcast. So I think we can end that off there. Anyone have
That's
anyone
crazy,
else?
bro. That was by far the best thing. Cause that makes so much sense, right? It makes so
Yo,
much fucking
he
sense.
said my brother in Christ, bro. I wasn't expecting brother in Christ.
I don't know. I didn't know what to say there.
My brother in what?
Christ.
Christ?
Yeah.
Oh
You guys
shit.
have never heard that?
No.
Uh,
I grew up
they
in
go to-
Brampton, bro.
They don't go to church, bro.
I'm on Gen Z
Yo,
shit.
are you Catholic? Or
No,
oh
A little bit.
not at all.
I went to a Catholic school.
You guys don't say like inshallah or whatever, like just out of the blue. Well, I'm like mad multicultural. Like,
are you fucking serious, bro?
yeah. I'll go to my boys, be like, yo, like some guy will say something foul, be like, astaghfirullah. And they're like, that's just how we talk.
No, bro, I don't say
No
that.
one says it like this?
No.
No.
Okay,
I
yeah.
say like Habibi here and there. Just
Or
for
I'll be
fun.
like, yo, get down, bro. And they're like, they already know what's up. Like I'm
Yeah.
just like going through different
Yeah.
cultures and shit.
That's cool.
Oh,
Man.
okay.
You're a good guy, bro.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You can fit into a lot of cultures. If like say like me and Manraj walking in Freebird and we say Inshallah, it might be a little funny.
I was like, yeah. I was like, yo, that's for me.
It might
Well,
be a little
yeah,
sus.
That's the first word that comes to me in that situation. Like if
Yeah.
I get cheese, sometimes the first word that comes to me is like bancho. Like I'm like I just say it. Like that's not
Yeah.
Punjabi is not even my mother tongue. That's just what I
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Right? Like you just
That
have
makes
words for
sense.
certain things, you know? I just
Yeah.
feel like I don't know.
That's
You guys
true.
don't
I think it depends. It's dependent a little bit. Like say like the where you're kind of brought
the
up in
people
a
you
way,
hang out with, no?
and like if you hang out with a lot of multicultural, like if all your boys are different cultures, you're gonna catch on different things, right? Yes, mainly have brown people around me. I got like one Guyanese guy. That's why I sometimes say like Bomba Clot and like Batiman, but I don't. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
got that.
Okay.
that's it up.
Okay. Yo,
What the
quick,
fuck are you
quick,
saying? Cut
quick.
this shit, bro. Cut this shit. Like it went so downhill. It was so downhill. Keg said something that was
Okay, yo,
so obvious,
quick
and then
transition.
it went so downhill, bro.
Quick transition. Multiculturals, right? So sometimes culture of food is hard, in terms of when we're trying to diet, because there's different foods and like it's hard to track certain things. You don't know like how to track your mom's food per se, right? So first of all, like we mentioned, you probably should make a boundary and be like, I'm not gonna eat your food to your mom, a couple times a day at least, or educate. Also, good help. Education
25
could
times minimum, at
20,
least
At least.
per day.
20, 25 times.
You have to say it.
What? Have to say what?
You have to tell your mom that 25 times a day.
That you're not gonna eat her food?
I
Why?
don't
Why are you
know.
gonna be rude to your mom, bro? She's
No,
living.
can you agree? Would you agree on that? Is there over
Why
under?
25? That's so rude, bro. Just tell
Yo,
her
you know what I
once.
will say? You know what I will say? If you say it, you have to stand by your word.
You can't
If
be a
if you give in once, then your mom's never gonna. If you say, "Yo, I'm not eating your food. I'm gonna cook my own like meal prep,"
Yeah.
and then
Actually,
if you end up eating her food, she's gonna know you're full of shit, bro, and it's gonna be 10 times harder. It's
this
gonna be
is
10 times harder, bro.
this is actually funny over the brown moms, because you tell them shit, they're like, okay, cool,
Yeah,
cool.
they'll be okay, okay, exactly.
They'll be okay, cool. And then they make like this fucking bomb chole bhature or something. You smell it, and then she brings a plate to your room. It's like, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna have it today. And then you're captured again, and your same cycle. So
Yeah,
stick to it. That's why 2 meals I think helps. 2 meals make your own, and the last one you can enjoy a little bit. But when you do have the food, the brown food, try to make it so you still have your protein source on the side, more greens, more subgia, and then try to lower the carb intake if your goal is to lose weight, right? So yeah. So become aware. Second, hold yourself accountable. Third, practical tips: eat a little bit slower. Eat till you feel good. Add more protein, more veggies. and then basically do what you're supposed to be doing. You don't have to listen to any of this. You know exactly the changes you need to already
Yeah.
make.
You already know
We
everything.
don't need to tell you that, but hopefully
You just have to
added some.
implement it.
Yeah, hopefully this helps you execute. Okay, that's it. Bless. All right, guys, that was episode 14. Hope you guys enjoyed.
Bye.
That was a multicultural podcast.